Here are the top 10 most expensive cities in the world to live in 2023. Number 10. Beijing, China. While Chinese products might be cheap, cost of living definitely isn't. When compared to other Chinese cities, Beijing's rent and cost of living is considerably higher. With a fast-growing population looking to find accommodation in the city, it has one of the highest costs of living in the country. The cost of a one-bedroom apartment in the city center has almost doubled in the past 10 years and will run you on average $1,200 United States dollars a month. Expats can expect to pay a pretty penny if they want to stay in the city, but accommodation on the outskirts is significantly cheaper. If you want to bring living costs down even further, get a roommate. On the bright side, salaries in Beijing tend to be on the higher end of the scale, so cost of living shouldn't concern you that much. Number 9. Tokyo, Japan. Japan is well known for its high living costs, particularly in Tokyo. Tokyo is consistently ranked in this category, mostly because of the high rent prices that most residents spend to live there. Following suit are the costs of owning a vehicle and public transportation. All these costs come with a value though. Tokyo is regarded as one of the world's most active cities with over 10 million people, a rich culture, amazing food scene, efficient transit, and friendly people. The country has long been at the cutting edge of technology, resulting in a modern and well-educated workforce. Once you actually find a job, you'll notice how incredibly efficient things are, and then maybe you won't feel so bad about spending upwards of $1,300 US for a one-bedroom apartment. Number 8. Singapore. Singapore is one of the most expensive cities to live in Asia. Recently, demand for real estate has soared, making the real estate market extremely competitive. Singapore is also widely recognized as a global financial hub, which makes it a popular destination for digital nomads and expats from the United States and the United Kingdom. Singapore is no stranger to the list though, since it's been named the world's most expensive city 6 times between 2014 and 2020. Why the hefty price tag? It's mostly due to the fact that Singapore actually takes up a very small land area, so land is extremely rare. They are also dependent on their ports to bring basic necessities like water, natural gas, and electricity due to having very little natural resources. How much of a price tag are we talking about though? A one-bedroom apartment in the city center will cost you as much as $2,300 United States dollars a month. If you are still trying to wrap your mind around why it's so expensive, go watch the movie Crazy Rich Asians. Number 7. New York City. Probably the most referenced city in songs and movies worldwide, New York is regarded as a big city with big lights. There's also big rent too. On average, a one-bedroom apartment in the city will run you almost $3,000 a month on average. The average New York City rent in May of 2022 reached $4,000, even reaching a whopping $5,000 by June. So why would anyone pay that much in rent, you might ask? New York City is home to various world-class museums, a legendary theater scene, and an astonishing array of nightlife venues. More than 1/3 of New Yorkers are foreign-born, making the metro area a genuine melting pot of cultures. New York City offers so much variety that you could live there your entire life and not eat in every restaurant, see every Broadway show, hit every jazz club, or live in every neighborhood. You never run out of new things to do, dishes to eat, places to visit, or people to meet. And when it comes to opportunity, let's just say it's the best place to make your dreams come true. Number 6. Tel Aviv, Israel. Tel Aviv has it all: beautiful beaches, an exciting nightlife scene, and world-class restaurants. But nice things come at a pretty penny. Tel Aviv has earned a reputation for being one of the most expensive cities, even if your income is United States dollars or euros. As one of Israel's top tourist destinations, rent is incredibly high. No matter where you choose to get an apartment in Tel Aviv, it will cost you way more than in any other city in Israel. The average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $1,700 United States dollars. Not to mention a basic meal at McDonald's would cost you about $15. Definitely a high price to pay for all that is really excitement. Number 5. Bern, Switzerland. Bern is famous for its architecture, fountains, and rich history, and it is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's the perfect blend for those looking for both excitement and a quiet time with family. Bern is home to world-class museums, excellent bars and restaurants, and a busy schedule of events and performances year-round. And yet, if you walk down any street, you will still feel that small-town familiarity. It's far from small-town affordable though. In fact, its cost of living now outranks many top cities in Europe. A one-bedroom apartment and basic living necessities will cost you roughly $2,500 a month. If you were to take your family of 4 there for a week, you would still spend close to 6,000 United States dollars. The price tag is worth it for the Swiss though. A decision to move to Switzerland is a decision to live in a country with one of the highest qualities of life in the world and almost perfect living conditions for you and for your family. In fact, over 30% of the locals living in Bern are expats, which tell you everything you need to know about the move being worthwhile. Number 4. Basel, Switzerland. Thought Bern was the most expensive Swiss city on the list? Think again. Switzerland's oldest university city is home to the world's largest art fair every June. Does Art Basel ring a bell? Basel is a green city where you can enjoy tons of sports, games, and relaxation all year long in small neighborhoods and city parks. But everything nice comes with a price, and this gorgeous city is the 4th most expensive city to live in the world. Wondering how much it would cost you to get in on the fun? For an average of about $3,000 a month, you can live among the historical buildings, modern architecture, and a dynamic art scene. While the cost of living is high, residents of Basel benefit from a very high quality of life, and it's relatively easy to get a work permit too. Number 3. Geneva, Switzerland. We're not quite done with Switzerland yet. Sitting at number 3 on the list of most expensive cities is the luxurious Swiss city of Geneva. There, you will find the world's biggest water fountain amidst dozens of luxury cafes and shops. Geneva is also a very picturesque city and home to many international organizations and global companies like the United Nations. All this global business brings in lots of expats, so finding friends and building a social circle won't be too hard. Luxury is anything but cheap though. Just for a single person, monthly expenses averages out to be just about $3,500 for rent, food, and transportation. A chunk of this will also go towards health insurance, which isn't provided by the government for free. The high cost of living isn't holding many people back though. Over 40% of its population are Swiss, making Geneva one of the most international cities in the world. Number 2. Zurich, Switzerland. Okay, this is the last one, I promise. Zurich comes in at number 2 of the most expensive cities to live in, but you don't have to look very far to see why. Zurich is one of the best places to live in the world and is known for having very high standards of living, consistently ranking 4th worldwide for quality of life. Great healthcare facilities, high quality accommodation, and reliable transport connections are also on the menu for daily life in Zurich. The financial capital is home to waterfront promenades, high-end shopping, and decadent chocolate. It also boasts some of the best schools in Europe and is ideal for sampling the best that Swiss cuisine has to offer. So, how pretty a penny are we looking at? The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment sits at $1,900, and you can throw in an added $2,500 for other basic living expenses. Fortunately for you, the salaries in Zurich are among the highest in the world, and there are lots of job opportunities for foreigners. Number 1. Hong Kong, China. The biggest reason Hong Kong tops this list is because of how many people live there. With over 7 million people living in the city, the cost of rent isn't necessarily what makes it a pricey city. but rather the competitive demand for housing and all the activities the city has to offer, like its endless markets, nightlife, and attractions. Hong Kong consistently attracts some of the world's most successful and wealthiest businessmen due to it being a major international financial center and an important trade and cultural hub. The Hong Kong dollar is linked to the United States dollar, which has kept it strong even in today's economic crisis. So, how much would it cost you to live in this epic business hub? It's estimated that a family of 4 would spend roughly $3,300 United States dollars in monthly expenses, and that's not even factoring in rent. Because Hong Kong is a hub of industry and commerce, job opportunities are usually in abundance, so there's tons of ways to pay for your living expenses. And that's a wrap. Are there any cities you're considering moving to this year? Are there any you're surprised didn't make the list? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like this video and want to keep seeing more like this, tap the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our uploads.